Welcome to iOS Insights, your go-to channel for iOS app development using Swift and SwiftUI. Whether you're a beginner looking to learn the basics or an experienced developer seeking advanced techniques, this channel aims to provide you with valuable insights and knowledge. Today's tutorial is based on the observed object in SwiftUI. It enables reactive programming by allowing views to observe changes to an object property. It creates a direct connection between views and data models, ensuring automatic updates when the observed object changes. This enables dynamic and responsive user interfaces, providing a seamless user experience. So the app we'll be creating today is on the screen. It allows the user to type in their name, and then the name will be shared across another screen by clicking on Update Name, and then click on Go to Destination View. As you can see, this name was passed using Observed and Observable object in SwiftUI, and this is the application we'll be creating in this tutorial. Within your Xcode project, create a new object called person, create a new class called person. And then next, within the definition of person, inherit identifiable. And observable object, and also import SwiftUI. Then add the ID property, which is let ID int. This is a unique identifier for the person. At published var name string. And the purpose of using at published is to automatically publish changes on the name. And then create the initializer, which is the init. It's like a constructor. And string. And self. ID equals to ID, and self dot name is equal to name. And now the next thing we need to do is go into the content view, and then within the content view, between lines 13 and 16, delete them. And then the next thing we need to do is on line after line 11, just type in let person equals person, open brackets, and then fill in the parameters of the constructor, which is 1, and then a default name of John. And then next thing we will do is rename vstack on line 13 to navigation view. Navigation view. And we can also delete the padding as well. And then the next thing we need to type in is source view. It doesn't exist yet, we'll be creating it afterwards. Source view, open bracket, person. So what this does, it passes the observed object to the source view. And then next we'll create the source view, which is a SwiftUI view. And then within the source view, on line 11, enter at observed object private var person. And what this does, it declares the person as an observed object, so it can be like notified of any changes. And then create another variable which is at state private var new name string. And that's to store the new name that will be entered later within the graphical user interface. And then create an initializer, which is person. Self.person is equal to person. So on line 15 we're just initializing the instance of the person object to contain the information from this parameter person. And then the next thing we need to do, we can delete the previews as we're not using them in this tutorial. And then the next thing to do is on line 18 type the following: vstack text name person dot name. So the text box will display the name of the person. Dot font dot title, just style the text box. Text field, enter name, text, new name. By using binding, which is here, this is binding, we get to enter the value of the new name. Dot text, field style, rounded border text style. That just gives the text box a curve instead of having sharp edges. Dot padding. Next we create a button, open bracket action, And then within the button click, just type in person.name is equal to new name. So what we entered in here on line 22 using $binding or @binding, the values from new name will be stored in person.name as it's using the same name variable here. So that information on line 22 will be passed into line 27. And then just type in new name equals comma comma to clear the binding of the name on line 22. Text update name and let's run it and see how it looks now. So it's just running at the moment. The MacBook is a bit slow, so it takes a little while to compile. It's nearly there. It's still compiling. It's finally compiled. So as you can see, the interface is on the screen. If I enter my name, and then click on update name, it changes the name from John to Kevin. And then next week we'll be enabling the observable object to be passed to another view or screen. So as you can see, it's quite simple to use the observable object. Thank you for joining us. If you found this tutorial helpful, please comment, like and subscribe. See you next week.